Hello friends, welcome back to my channel Code with Santosh. In this chapter we are going to learn about the class and ID in HTML. So normally you have seen that in our previous video we have created some classes as well. So what is the basic difference between class and ID and why do we use class and ID in HTML? Okay. So mainly the class and ID are used in HTML to decorate the HTML elements of a page. So suppose I have a, let me create a p tag and I will write this text in this p tag. Okay. Let me, sorry for spelling mistake. So I have written class and ID in HTML. Okay. So here this is in p tag. So we can easily try to write a class and define a class name. So this is the attributes of p. It means paragraph. So paragraph has this attribute named as class and it has some value. So we normally use class so that we can use this property like this attribute's value in our CSS to style this particular text. Okay, so in para text, if I try to, let me go to the bottom of this page and p, it's the p's class, so p dot class, and I will write that font size 40 pixel. Okay, just to show you that how we can use the class to style a particular element. Let me go there. Okay, so this is class and ID in HTML. So you can see that the font size has increased to 40 pixel. So this is why we normally use class. So suppose there are multiple this element paragraph text, there are so many paragraph text are there. Okay, and they look same. Okay, so that we created a single class paratext and we can use this paratext class in all these p paragraph text so that they will look similar, same way. Okay, you can see that each item is same way, so that suppose you have paragraph text with these properties, it means font size 40 pixel and text is in black or certain other properties as well. So there are 7 places where this kind of text is there. So you create single class, this class paratext, and define the properties here in CSS, and you can use this particular class everywhere wherever this properties, it means this styling is required. Okay, there you can use this class so it will look same everywhere. Okay, and if suppose later on you decided that no, this font size is not good, I need to change it to 30 pixels, so you are going to change in only one place and it will impact all these elements. Okay, so you got it that why do we normally create a class in HTML. So this is the basic use of HTML class. And how it is different from ID? How do we use ID? So ID we can also use, like let me copy and paste this thing here. And I have used ID, okay, and paratext too. So here we can use ID, but one difference is there in class and ID, that these two are both are identifier of the properties. Suppose there are so many properties CSS properties are there. So you can easily identify by this ID and class. Like this ID, suppose if I use paratext2, so it will all whatever the properties I have written for this paratext2, all these properties will be implemented in this P, because I have used ID as paratext2 here. Okay, and the basic difference between class and ID is that class you can use multiple places, but for ID if I try to use here as well, this is not right. Okay, we should not write this ID multiple times in a page. Sorry. Okay, so for class you can use it in multiple times in a web page or throughout the website, but for the ID it should be only once in a specific page. You cannot use multiple IDs. This is not right way of coding. Okay, but there are some exceptions. If it requires that you need to write multiple IDs in a page, that is fine. But normally in a normal day coding, we don't write multiple IDs like same ID in multiple places in a web page. This is the basic difference of class and ID. So normally ID are used in JavaScript to identify that particular element, and we need to add some event on that particular element. That's why we normally use ID. We can also use for CSS as well. Let me try to write some CSS that, so that you can see that how we write CSS as well. So let me paste, and here we are using font size of 20. Okay, so you can see that for a class we are using dot to identify in CSS, and for ID we are using hash. This is important one, as it is p tags ID, so we can add p here. Okay, so we can easily identify in CSS as well that if we use dot, it means this is a class, and if we use hash, it means this is a ID. Okay, let me save this and run this page once again. So let me go to this HTML and save this page as well. You can see that this ID has 20 pixel font size, and this class has 30 pixel font size. So we can easily differentiate this, but my suggestion would be that you don't use multiple IDs in a same page, because the reason of this is, suppose if you used multiple IDs in a page and you have added some event on this ID in JavaScript. So you wanted that whenever someone clicks on this ID, something happens, like some changes in a page or some DOM manipulation or anything else. Okay, so these, suppose if you added that manipulation, JavaScript manipulation in this ID, but you have used this ID in several places, so whenever we click on this ID, the same event will occur, and if we click on this ID or this ID, the same event will occur. That's why we have always suggested that don't use ID in multiple times or multiple places in a web page. Okay, you can use classes wherever you want. So same class can be used several times in a web page. That is the way of coding of HTML and CSS. But ID cannot be used multiple times in a page. Okay, so this is the basic difference, and one more difference I just want to show you. So let me remove this part, and I have some text is ready. Let me try to copy and paste it here. So I will describe everything about this, so just bear with me for a second. Okay, So you can see that this is the div ID and its ID name is first sec, and this is another ID and its name is second sec. Okay, so for first sec and second sec we have created two anchor tags. I have not discussed about the anchor tags for the moment in our previous videos, but I will discuss this anchor tag very soon in our upcoming video. So let me just give you an introduction about what is anchor tag. Anchor tag is normally used whenever we click on something, it tries to redirect us to a specific section of a page or inside your website into another page or outside of a website to some other website. Okay, you can write the Google URL as well here, so it will, once you click on it, it will redirect you to onto Google page. Okay, so whatever URL you will put here, it will redirect there. So that is the use of anchor tag. Okay, we will discuss more about this in our upcoming videos. So for the time being, so I have created two div IDs and two anchor tags. So I have told this anchor tag that once it is clicked, go to the first section. So what is first section? This ID is the first section. And once click on the second anchor tag, it will go to second section. So just I am trying to show you how we can use the ID for different purposes as well. Okay. So let me save this page and try to refresh this. Okay, so this section is known as green section and this section is known as blue section. So if I try to click on green section, at the moment you can see that we are not able to see the green section because we have a scroll down. So once I click on the green section, you can see that we have reached on the top of our green section. Okay, and once I go again bottom section and try to click on blue section, you can see that from where blue section starts, it just goes there. Okay, so this is also one use of the ID. We can use it in a parallax website where there is only one page and it has all the information of website. So we created different section for each of the content area, and once we click on these menu items or these links, it will go to a specific area. This is also one example of how do we need to create ID and how it is useful. Okay, so I just want to collect everything and just try to just tell you the difference between ID and classes. That classes can be used multiple times in a web page and ID is used only once for a specific item. ID are normally used for JavaScript purposes mainly, but you can also use for CSS as well. And class is normally used for styling the element. You can also use that particular class in for JavaScript as well, but normally we do use class for CSS and ID for JavaScript. So this is the main difference between classes and ID. If you have any question regarding these two items, kindly comment on our video and I will try to answer you properly. Okay, that's all for this video. Before moving forward, if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe my channel. It will give me a huge motivation to create such videos. Thanks for watching. I will meet you again in our next chapter. Bye bye.